Hey guys, and welcome to my big run farming guide. And a lot of people have requested me to update my guide for this run because I have 120 farming now and they want to have an updated version with the Elf City and the extra patches. So here we go. Now for the inventory, just bring your standard teleports like your Ring of Dueling, your Witch Doctor Mask, your Juju Potions. That's not a teleport, but you can buy these now, so definitely have those. And a Crystal Teleport Seed, so you can teleport around Elf City and to Letia, and then also have an ectophial. For your herb seeds, have 4 to 6, depending on if you have the My Arms Big Adventure Quest and Elf City unlocked. And then for barberries, bring 4 to 5, depending on if you have Elf City unlocked. And then for Morytania mushrooms, there is one in Canifis, and then there's also another one in the Elf lands that you need the Elf City tasks done. So if you don't have that, just have one. And then for grapevines, bring 16 if you have 95 farming plus, and then bring a blue blossom seed if you want a little bit extra experience. And you can also bring the herblore habitat herb seeds as well, like 2 of them, and you can get a little bit more experience. For the trees, bring a Calquat. It's like a once per day tree. Takes like 24 hours and you get like 12k experience. Also bring the poison ivy berries to pay for it. And then I have 6 magic saplings, so you can bring any wood tree that you want. Do not do the payment for them, just do the super compost, and they only die like 1 out of the 6 times. And then for use, they die 1 out of 8 times. And then bring these runes if you have the lunar spell from Livid Farm to teleport to My Arms Big Adventure, plot place. And then bring rest super compost. I have the farmer skilling outfit, and then I have comp, which you can also use the Ardougne cloak, so you can teleport to the monastery and the farm. And then bring magic secateurs for 10% more harvest on your herbs and stuff. And then also bring your falador shield if you have it for 10% bonus experience at one of the patches. And then an explorer ring to teleport quickly. Also have a farming aura. It really helps. So that's the inventory. Let's go straight into the farm run. It's gonna take a while. The run's like 30 minutes, but if you want to cut out like the menial profit ones that I do just because I feel like doing them, then definitely it'll be like 15-20 minutes if you just want experience. So let's go. So for my first part of the run, I teleport to Rimington and then run all the way west past the house portal and use the barberry patch for my barberry. Obviously, if you haven't done this run before, you have to plant first. You won't get the experience, but after that patch, I go to Lumbridge with the lodestone and go a little bit north of the lodestone, and then there's a tree patch right there. And then I put in my magic tree. The next tree I go to is the Falador one, so I teleport to the Falador lodestone, go to the Falador park, and do that tree. Next I go to Taverley Lodestone, go a little bit south and then a little bit east to the tree patch there. And if it's my first run of the day, I usually buy out the broad arrowheads right there from the Slayer Master as well. After that I go to the Varrock Lodestone and then I go by the Champions Guild, do that barberry, and then I run all the way up to the Varrock Castle. And then there's another tree patch right there east of the guards. Next I go to the monastery south of Ardougne, go a little bit out to the next barberry, and then right after that I run all the way east from that patch, go through the fairy ring. Remember, you need to have the fairy tale quests to use these fairy rings, and then I go to the Canifis fairy ring, which brings me to the Morytania mushroom patch, put in my mushrooms there. Once I'm there, I teleport to mobilizing armies with my Ring of Dueling, and then I go through the spirit tree to hit the kingdom area. And if you do not have the spirit tree up there, then use a Ring of Wealth and then teleport to the castle and then run all the way to that patch. But it's pretty quick if you have the spirit tree already grown there. I recommend it. And then I use that same spirit tree to go to Treenholm Stronghold, and then a little bit east of the tree is a fruit tree patch. And obviously I don't grow them, so I just pick up the coconuts there and I get, more coconuts with the giant ent. And then a little bit southwest of that fruit tree is another wood tree patch, which I, do another magic there. Then I return back to the spirit tree just north of that, and I go to the Tree Gnome village. From there I run all the way west to the gate, and then I follow Elkoy outside of the maze, and then right south of that is another fruit tree. I finish up that fruit tree, and then I do the lodestone to Alcarid, and then I run a little bit northeast of that lodestone and I hit a cactus patch, which I just collect the cactus spines for a little bit of extra money. Right after that, here is the optional Morytania mushroom. If you have the Elf City tasks done, you do the Elf Lands lodestone, run west to the dense forest, go through that, and then south of that is another mushroom patch, which I grab some more Morytanias there. Directly following that, I teleport to the herblore section of Elf City, and then I do the fruit tree there. From there, I teleport to the Treyharn area, which is the smithing and mining sector of Elf City. I finish off my last magic tree, which is the last wood tree you have to do on this run. And then directly following that, I go to the Calquat, which is in the Karumja area. So you go to the Karumja lodestone, go south, and you'll eventually hit that tree. Remember to pay the payment, which is the 8 poison ivies, so you don't forget, and then, you know, your tree won't grow. And then obviously use super compost in all these trees, even the ones you pay for. And then following that, I go to the farming section of El City, and this is kind of optional if you have the level for elder saplings, elder trees. Then I plant those, and they're like every 3 days. So obviously they're not going to be on every farm run, but they do give like 25k experience or something like that. So I do recommend them if you have the level. But after that, I go straight to the barberry and the herb patch, and it's right next to the elder tree in the Chris section. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's the CRWYS one. After that, I restock my super compost in my inventory. I usually bring around 8 to 10, depending on if I'm doing the 2 extra seeds or not. So turn on your aura and drink your juju potion, and now you're doing herbs. So do the Prif one first, and then once you're done with that, directly teleport to the My Arms Big Adventure area, the Trollheim location. If you don't have the lunar spell, teleport with the normal spell, 2 laws and 2 fires, and it'll bring you to the mountain, and then you just run west all the way to the patch. Finish that one up, and then move on to the ectophial one. It's a little bit west of the ectophial location. And then once you finish that, move on to the Ardougne farm one, which you can teleport with the Ardougne cloak, or you can use the Ardougne lodestone, run a little bit north and then a little bit east again. You'll be right there. Then teleport to the cabbage patch, either by the Drano lodestone or the Explorer's Ring. I definitely recommend the Explorer's Ring. Go a little bit north to the patch, and then it's right there. And then the final herb patch that you hit is in Catherby. So then you teleport with the Catherby lodestone. It's a little bit west of the lodestone. Finish that up. And then I go all the way east by the beach right before you get to the mountain, and then I finish up that fruit tree. Then I run all the way west again and hit the charter ships. I use the charter ship to go to Brimhaven, and then from Brimhaven I go a little bit south and hit that fruit tree right there. Once I'm done with that, I teleport with the Witch Doctor mask to get to Herblore Habitat. If you do not have that mask, teleport with a teleport spirit bag. Then the fruit tree, you also can do the blue blossom right there, and you also can do these 2 herbs right in the middle, and then there's one on the small island to the south. You have to cross a vine to do the second one, but it's just added experience if you want the added experience. It's really not 100% worth it. I just feel like doing it because I get, free herbs for later on Herblore experience, and I get okay farming experience from it. Directly following that, I teleport with the teleport seed to Letia, or that elf city in the way south of the elf lands, and then do that fruit tree. Now you are done with pretty much everything other than your grapevines. So to do your grapevines, you have to bank everything, including your gear. So you bank everything, bring out your 16 grapevines again, bring out your scaling outfit if you have it. You don't even need magic secateurs. So also dismiss your giant ent because you're done with the coconuts. Bring 20 regular planks and a super compost. Now for the first grapevine, go to the Varrock lodestone, go south of the Champions Guild until you hit a hops patch. So what you do is you get all the grapes, note them at the thing, then put on super compost, then the 5 regular planks, and then the seed. The next grapevine, you go to the Yanni or Yanil lodestone, however you say that, and go all the way east into the middle of the city, and there's another hops patch right there. Do the exact same thing. Next, go to the Sears lodestone and go north of the coal tracks, and then there should be another hops patch right there. Do the exact same thing as you have done before. And finally, the last patch, go to the Port Sarum lodestone, run east to the Entrana monks, and this is why you don't have anything on you and you have nothing in your inventory that they don't allow, and go directly east after you're off the ship. And there you go. That is the last patch. I know I went really fast on this, and I know there's a lot of speeding and cutting. So if you did miss something like really quickly and you missed it, then go back and just rewatch it or pause it. It should be still straightforward. I explained how to get to everywhere. I just don't want to do like a 30-minute video. I just cut it down to make it a lot more watchable. But is this all worth it? In my opinion, I think it is. I break even if I do magic trees and do all the profit things, and I get roughly 130k to 150k farming depending on how the magic survive and if I do an elder tree, and that's like 300k an hour, and you're breaking even. What I would recommend is just do one of these runs, or maybe just slim it down to your preference and see how you like it, because I used to do 20-minute big runs, and then with all the new patches it kind of upped it to like 25 and then to 30. I might just do the trees. I don't know yet, we'll see, but And I hope it helps you. Even if you don't use this, structure of this farm run, it'll show you what patches are worth it and show, like, should you do patches in general other than the magics. So hopefully I helped you guys, and I will be making a 1 to 99 farming guide eventually, probably in the next month or so, so look out for that. So that's it for me today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, guys.